Greetings, Goddess, Body, Mind, Spirit community. This is your Goddess Guru, Omi Lade Iyalarisha, Priestess of the Sacred Feminine Mysteries, here to share a word of inspiration to assist you on your path to self-realization and self-mastery. What I want to talk to you about today is the insanity of self-judgment. One of the things I was thinking about is I was thinking about a woman who's Christian and dealing with ending an addiction. And I just thought to myself, sometimes I feel sorry for people who subscribe to sin, because it involves so much judgment. I was raised Christian. I actually hang out with a lot of Christians. I'm married to a Christian pastor. I go to church, and so I get to really hear about sin quite a bit. And so I remember as a young person, probably, early to mid-teens, I started thinking to myself, I don't know if there's a hell. I just don't know if I believe it. And I mean, I was raised up pure deep Christian, where, they just talk, I went to church on a regular basis and everything. So I was raised up believing or being taught there was a hell. I just kept thinking to myself, why would God send people to hell when God knows what people are going through, why they're doing what they're doing, why they're struggling with what they're struggling with? Why would God send people to hell? And I would get so much flack from my Christian friends about that. But I see sin as the same way. It just doesn't make sense. We're sinning against the Almighty God. I think to myself, there's this great universe. I mean, think about how many stars are out there. This is just my thoughts, okay? So if I'm wrong, I'm sorry. But we have all these planets. We have all these stars. There is so much in the universe, the physical universe. I can't even begin to touch it. We have multiple galaxies. Who knows if there's multiple universes around this physical realm. This physical realm is so great. If all I did was focus on the earth, how much is here on the earth that, and this is just my way of thinking, that God has put into play that is going on. We have the rivers, we have the earth, we have what's going on under the earth, we have what's going on in the sky, we have all the animals, we have the forest, we have the rainforest, we have, I mean, this thing is like, this earth, it's got a lot going on. Then we have how many people? How many people? Billions of people on the earth. And I'm sinning against a God that created all of that. It just has never added up for me. When I was believing, I was talking about sin, I felt so much judgment. What the concept of sin did for me was oppress me. It just made me feel terrible. Now, we want to get out of sin. This is how we're taught. And I don't know how they do it in other traditions. So however this works from where you come from, how people get beat up with doing the wrong thing and judged for it. Insert whatever that word is from your tradition. And so it made me feel oppressed. Now, of course, we're taught, well, hey, you want to get out of that sin because you don't want anything messing up your relationship with God. You don't want God to punish you for that sin. And so a lot of times it's not like, sometimes we might return from the sin because we really feel, this really isn't for me. But a lot of times it's like this vicious cycle we would get kind of caught up in, where we do the sin and we feel bad about it, and it's like you ask for forgiveness, and then but you really didn't do it because you didn't really ask for forgiveness because you don't really want to do that thing anymore. You ask for forgiveness because you don't want any tick marks against you, like when you die and all that kind of stuff. And so for me, it just doesn't make sense. So I think the concept of sin is something that is beyond Christianity. I was raised with Christianity, and so that a lot of times is going to be a frame of reference that I will use. But I do believe that this concept of sin, you're bad, and like you're really going to get in trouble for what you're doing, and you're just so wrong for doing it. You're just so horrible. Is something that is a part of the ethers of this world. I don't know where it comes from. I don't know if it's just, I don't know what it is. Whereas all this self-judgment, I'm so bad because of fill in the blank. I think that, like I said before, sin is self-inflicted nonsense. What is good is if we're going to judge what we're doing, what we have to do is to judge it like this. Okay, is this working for me or is this working against me? Let me judge this on a scale of 1 to 10, with 1 being this sucks and 10 being I think this is really, it's highly beneficial. I mean, I am so much better for this. In a real way. We're not lying to ourselves, because a lot of us will lie to ourselves and say, oh, this is for my highest and greatest good, knowing doggone well it's not. So I'm talking about people who are being real about what they're doing. And so if it's a 10, then it's like, okay, maybe I keep doing it. Sometimes I might put down something that's a 10 because it's not the season for it, But if it's something I'm struggling with, it's creating problems in my life, do I really think I'm going to get over it by beating myself up? That is self-inflicted nonsense. We're not going to make it out that way. What we have to do is to judge what we're doing, or whatever this issue is that is just, we know this is not good for me. This is not good for me. And say that instead of, I'm so terrible because I do that. Oh, I'm just so terrible. And within the spiritual context, oh, God is going to be so mad at me. Or maybe I'm not getting my blessings from God because of this or that. And it might be. I mean, when you're doing something that's not beneficial, probably you are blocking some blessings. That's, to me, inspiration and motive enough. Not, I'm a bad person. So I really believe that we need to stop self-judging ourselves in a way that is where we're beating ourselves up, where we're being mean and nasty to ourselves, where we are judging what we're doing as horrible and in some kind of way linking it to us and who we are and what we are. And so we link that, and so we're horrible. And then the other thing to do is to make sure that we're not judging other people that way. That, there are times when I think to myself, that's just wrong. Well, I'm freer when I'm not judging people that way. And I know sometimes the people who are closest to us, it is very challenging to move beyond judging what they're doing. If it's honestly not impacting my life and what I'm doing, your life and what you're doing, then perhaps we need to allow that person to be, and they can make a decision about whether or not this is good for them or not. But judgment, self-judgment, judging others, it's really a very good way of staying stuck in our stumble. It's a very cunning way that the powers that be, I don't know what they are, you can say other humans or the non-physical entities that are after us, I know, we might call them evil spirits, maybe jinn, dark energies. They hang around us, and I lost my thought going through the list. Anyway, I don't know where they come from, so it may come from them. I don't know, but it's a way for us to stay oppressed. You want to be oppressed? Really? Beat up on yourself. That's a very good way of staying oppressed. All right? Don't let the world make you judge yourself for being human. It is hard being in this human body. We come here, and the setup is that we forget the truth of our identity, because what we're here to remember is the divine within. But part of the process of that happening is we come in and we forget, and so we think this world is so real, and we have issues, we have problems, we have a lot going on, and a lot of times we're doing the best we can given what we have, given that the world is like hell-bound and determined to define us, to tell us who and what we are, and to control us. And then the way that it controls us, it just keeps us oppressed. And really what we are doing is being human. It's not all the time an easy thing when you don't know who and what you are, and you're just trying to make it. Why we need to judge? Why do we need to judge? Why do we need to beat up on ourselves? So we need to move away from self-judgment. We need to stop it. It's not helping us. It's hindering us. Don't do the self-inflicted nonsense thing. Instead, have a vision for your life and ask, is what I'm doing moving me in the direction of where I want to go? Or is it moving me away from that direction? And if the behaviors that we are engaging in are not causing us to evolve, not causing us to experience ourselves on an expanded level, then we need to ask ourselves, why am I choosing to be like this instead of being, all powerful like I am? We need to really ask, why am I so steeped in the lie, in the illusion of the physical reality? And so when we do that, then we will begin to tap the power within to operate from a place of inspiration, from a place of wisdom, from a place of knowing the truth of who and what we are, and we'll be happier. And when it comes to shifting what we do, it's no judgment. It's just like, okay, I'm shifting because that's where I'm feeling led. I know when I'm doing things that are in alignment with my divine destiny, and I know when I'm not. And so it's no need to judge. Just shift what we're doing. It's easy. Thank you all so much. I am Omilade. If you are interested in me divining on your behalf, receiving a reading is another way of saying that, then just go to the link below and look for spiritual readings. And you will see the kind of spiritual readings that I do, and you'll see instructions on how to request a reading. I would love to divine on your behalf. In the meantime, take care, love yourself, and just keep doing what you do that's good for you. All right, peace.